of space between different letter combinations about what makes great typography great. It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way that science can't capture, and I found it fascinating. None of this had even a hope of any practical application in my life. But 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me. And we designed it all into the Mac. It was the first computer with beautiful typography. If I had never dropped in on that single course in college, the Mac would have never had multiple typefaces or proportionally spaced fonts. And since Windows just copied the Mac, it's likely that no personal computer would have them. If I had never dropped out, I would have never dropped in on that calligraphy class, and personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only...
You're ready to get your first board, but where can you buy it? Get the Google app to find out. Tap Lens and search with a screenshot, and boom! Now you know where to buy the board without any thrash. More ways to search. Download the Google app.
Ready to lose the hat and regrow the hair? With Serums by Hims, you can regain your hair and your confidence. Our serums are powered by clinically proven ingredients like minoxidil and finasteride, so you can grow thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months. Your treatment is 100% personalized to your hair goals and comes at an affordable price that works for your budget, so you can step out with full confidence. Hats off to hair growth with treatment that works for you. Start today at hims.com.
Connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever, because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart even when it leads you off the well-worn path, and that will make all the difference. My second story is about love and loss. I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. We had just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as Apple grew, we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company with me. And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out. When we did, our board of directors sided with him. And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down, that I had dropped the baton as it was being passed to me. I met with David Packard and Bob Noyce and tried to apologize for screwing up so badly. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did. The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love.
Sound check, 1, 2.
And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life.
Sound check.
During the next
3,
5
2,
years, I
1.
started a company named
1,
Next,
2, 3.
another company
Sound
named
check.
Pixar,
1, 2, 3.
and an amazing woman who became my wife. Pixar went on to create the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world. In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple, and the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance. And Lorene and I have a wonderful time together. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking.
Sound check.
Don't
3, 2, 1.
settle.
Sound check. Balance. 3, 2, 1.
My third story is about death. When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." It made an impression on me, and since then, for the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every
Sound
morning
check.
and asked
1, 2,
myself,
3. Sound check.
if
1,
today
2,
were
3.
the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride,
All right,
all
I think we're balanced. We're all set up
these things just
for audio.
fade in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
Hey, on your right, my left, it's the palace.
We planned this all wrong. Viator lets you book thousands of guided tours.
Bit of family drama?
Regret less. Do more with Viator.
With Chewy, get their mealtime match delivered fast, like Sparky on Turkey Tuesday. Meanwhile, Bella prefers style over speed and tuna over turkey. Turkey Tuna Tuesday it is. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Sound check. 3, 2, 1. Sound check.
What starts here changes the world. I have a few suggestions that may help you on your way to a better world. And while these lessons were learned during my time in the military, I can assure you that it matters not whether you ever served a day in uniform. It matters not your gender, your ethnic or religious background, your orientation, or your social status. Our struggles in this world are similar, and the lessons to overcome those struggles and to move forward, changing ourselves and changing the world around us, will apply equally to all. So here are the 10 lessons I learned from basic SEAL training that hopefully will be of value to you as you move forward in life. Every morning in SEAL training, my instructors, who at the time were all Vietnam veterans, would show up in my barracks room, and the first thing they'd do was inspect my bed. If you did it right, the corners would be square, the covers would be pulled tight, the pillow centered just under the headboard, and the extra blanket folded neatly at the foot of the rack. It was a simple task, mundane at best, but every morning we were required to make our bed to perfection. It seemed a little ridiculous at the time, particularly in light of the fact that we were aspiring to be real warriors, tough, battle-hardened SEALs. But the wisdom of this simple act has been proven to me many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made. That you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. During SEAL training, the students are all broken down into boat crews. Each crew is 7 students, 3 on each side of a small rubber boat, and 1 coxswain to help guide the dinghy. Every day your boat crew forms up on the beach and is instructed to get through the surf zone and paddle several miles down the coast. In the winter, the surf off San Diego can get to be 8 to 10 feet high, and it is exceedingly difficult to paddle through the plunging surf unless everyone digs in. Every paddle must be synchronized to the stroke count of the coxswain. Everyone must exert equal effort, or the boat will turn against the wave and be unceremoniously dumped back on the beach. For the boat to make it to its destination, everyone must paddle. You can't change the world alone. You will need some help. And to truly get from your starting point to your destination takes friends, colleagues, the goodwill of strangers, and a strong coxswain to guide you. If you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys, from every corner of the nation and the world, always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status.
Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2.
World, measure a person by the size
Sound
of their
check
heart,
1 2. Sound check
not by
1
the
2.
size of their flippers.
Shower your senses without compromising on care. Refresh, renew, invigorate, or uplift. With no
Sound check 1 2.
whichever scent suits the mood. There's a dove for everybody.
Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. I'm gonna turn this up, hopefully. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2 3. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Wireless mic 1. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check, let's check. Can we type in here? There we go. Let's go -4. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Testing. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Those are ceiling mics. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. 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 Sound check. Muting. Sound check. Muted. Muted. Unmuted. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check mute. Unmute. 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 All right, let's bring it up to 7. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. It's not any louder. Sound check 1, 2. 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 Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Let's change this to 0. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Let's make it. Sound check 1, 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2. Sound check 1 2. Yeah, it changes it, but it doesn't change it. Alright. Sound check 1 2. Sound check. 2, sound check. All right. We're going to close this up. Good to go. Go back here and do another sound check. Sound check 1 2, sound check 3 2 1.